What's up, Buttercup? So I have officially lost 102 pounds and 6 ounces, okay? I identify as skinty. I don't care what no one says. And I just want to give y'all a list of some of the healthy girl and pretty girl habits that I have developed throughout my journey. And I'm going to put y'all on and help you out, okay? So first on the list of the pretty and healthy girl habits is incorporating regular fasting, or incorporate fasting on the regular, I should say. So when I first started my journey, I was eating healthy food, but I was eating just kind of all throughout the day, nibbling at night. I had some serious big back behavior. I will admit that. I will admit it. And fasting helped me, of course, gain the discipline that I needed, but it was also, okay, you got to stop eating. So if you just stop eating, at 9 p.m. or I'll say at 10 p.m., if you stop eating at 10 p.m., that's going to save some calories, because I am a nibbler, y'all. And a nibbler is you're always just kind of eating, you're always snacking. So especially because I would get off work some nights around 10:30, get home around 11 o'clock, and I'm having like a full-blown meal at 11:30 at night. And it's a nice meal. It's a big meal, And then I'm waking up about maybe 7. Well, not, I was waking up at 7. Waking up at like 8, 9 o'clock. And then I'm having a full-blown breakfast. And then by 12, it's a full-blown, lunch snack. So just incorporating fasting helped me out so much. And it helps out to, digest the food, to give your body time to digest the food. And you're not constantly packing more and more and more food on top. So when I first started, I was doing the 12 and 12. So pretty much you fast for 12 hours and your eating window was 12 hours. As I continued to gain more discipline, I bumped it up to 14-10, which is I was fasting for 14 hours and my eating window was 10 hours. And now I'm more of a 16-8, but y'all, sometimes I'm like 18-6. Like sometimes I'll be like 18 hours in fasting and be like, oh, it's time to eat. Oh, okay. And then when I realized too, when I started fasting on the regular, I wasn't hungry. I mean, I wanted to eat, but what I noticed was I just wasn't hungry all the time. I didn't need food, if that made sense. But when you are a big bag, you're eating all the time. So you feel like you have to eat. And when you don't eat, your feelings is hurt and you want to just cry and be sad. And really it's just because you're eating so much crazy and processed foods that is messing with your brain chemistry. It's messing with your hormones and everything. So you feel like you need it because you're an addict. I have to let you know, if you're doing big back behavior, you have a food addiction, honey. You have a food addiction, sweetie. It's okay. I've been there, so I can talk about it. But yeah. But back to fasting. So yeah, fasting really helped me just understand my hunger cues and learning that I don't have to be full. I don't have to be miserable. Because I would eat, y'all, so much. I would just eat so much. And it just kind of grew. Y'all, have you ever, of course you eat and you gain the weight, but has it ever seemed like you just wake up and the weight is like, whoa, where did this come from? Yeah, that's what was happening. That's what happened to me. So I had to shut it down, incorporate my fasting, and just realizing that I'm not hungry all the time. Sometimes you're just thirsty. And then sometimes it's okay for you to be a little quote unquote hungry. If you have an excess amount of weight, you have additional weight on you, and you're overweight or morbidly obese, I'm not a doctor or nothing like that. I'm not a doctor, dietitian of Jesus, so you need to talk to them. But what I'm just saying, what worked for me, when you have excess fat on your body, you can go sometime with fasting. You can skip a couple of meals. And when I say skip meals, I mean have a protein shake, a green juice, a really nice smoothie. You don't have to eat all the time. So that's just what fasting has done for me. It helped me, figure out a lot of stuff, and then to know my hunger cues. And of course, learning that I don't have to be full. I now know what my satiated feeling is. So that has helped out so much. And another thing with fasting, y'all, whenever I was in my eating window, I was very intentional. So, of course, when I was bigger, I ate 1,800 calories. Now, I'm just going to let you know I'm right now in the 12 to kind of 1,300 calorie. And this is just by personal choice because I have certain goals that I want. And I know just pretty much what works with my body. That's why I'm at 1,200 calories. But anyways, yeah, whenever I'm in my eating window, I am so intentional. Like, I'm not eating, random stuff. I'm not snacking like how I used to. I'm very intentional. So when I have my eating window, it's like, if I'm eating breakfast, I'll have it. But really, I'll just go straight into my lunch, or I'll have like a green juice first, like a green juice, maybe a smoothie, a protein shake. That's like my first meal, or just a way to break my fast. And then later, like about 2 to 3 hours later, I will have my first actual meal of the day. And it's just so good, so amazing. And then I might have a second meal by 7, or sometimes I'll have a really nice just smoothie bowl, yogurt bowl. Because again, when you are fasting, you're not as hungry. Like over time, you don't get super hungry. You don't have all these cravings. So when I have my eating window, I'm very intentional and, getting my protein, my fiber, and all of that type of stuff. Like, I'm not eating crazy. So yeah. Another pretty and healthy girl habit that I have learned over time in my weight loss journey is just simply knowing that food will always be there. Wingstop will always be there, okay? Crumble cookie. Well, I never had crumble cookie. But that nothing bundt cake, and don't get me a red velvet. Don't get me a red velvet. I could eat 2 or 3 of them. So anyway, they will always be there. And I don't have to have what I'm craving that day. And what I've noticed is with that mindset of I know that it's always there, I kind of keep pushing it back. So I'm like, I'll just try Wingstop, like another day. Or I'll do this, I'll have something like a sweet treat, maybe like the end of this month or something. And what I've noticed is when I have that mindset, I'll honestly forget about it. I will straight up forget about that craving that I had. So just kind of pushing that craving off and just knowing food will always be there, it takes the pressure off. Because sometimes you feel like, I have to do this. I have to, get the wings special. It's like, no, we can get wings next week. And then what also helped me out is, of course, knowing that food is always there. But y'all, I will create a healthy version of it. I will create a healthy version of whatever I want. And when I do that, it knocks the crave out and it's better. Like, y'all, I would get Wingstop and of course I would get the lemon pepper. I am a lemon pepper stepper. So I would get like the meal for 2. That was 15 wings. It comes with 2 sides and 2 drinks. I know from experience. Okay. So what I would do is I would get the 15 piece and I would have 1 large, fry, and then the the carrot sticks and stuff. And I would have a soda, and I would order the large blue cheese, y'all. And I would get the dipping. So yeah, that was my big back behavior. So of course, when you're on your journey, that big back behavior is still going to try to pull you back to the dark side. It's still going to try to pull you back. So you are going to be fighting on your journey, but you have to stay consistent. You have to stay disciplined and stay, intentional and hold yourself accountable, because it's going to come. But what I will say is the longer you do this thing, y'all, it is going to get easier. The longer you do your weight loss journey and approaching it with a healthy mindset, a healthy way of food and not trying to label food as good and bad, you're going to heal your relationship with food and just overall evolve into this beautiful human being. Anyway, I'm rambling a little bit. But y'all, I would get the food from Wingstop, and there'll be sometimes the wings are bussin'. I mean, straight got the crunch. I would get all flats too. I paid that extra $150 to have all flats, okay? It's an all flat party. And some weeks, well, sometimes when I'll get the wings, they'll be bussin'. They're good, they're fresh, and just amazing. Then sometimes I would get it and be like, they fried these things so hard that you can't even bite the meat off. The fries are cold. The seasoning is not there. Then you have to take the food. You know, like how you order food and you got to take it and like hook it up when you get home, like pretty much add more seasoning, and try to, make it edible. Yeah. So sometimes it'll be like a hit or miss with Wingstop. But like I said, once I started creating my own foods at home, I can have lemon pepper wings every day. Every day, y'all. I get my wings and I separate them from flats and drums, and I will put my lemon pepper seasoning in there, a little bit of dill, a little bit of light salt, and I'll let it marinate in the bag overnight. Next day, I get my air fryer, turn that baby on, and I coat my wings with the cooking spray, and I sprinkle a little bit of cornstarch, just a little light sprinkle of cornstarch. Put it in my air fryer, about 20 minutes on one side, and then I'll flip them 20 minutes on the other. And y'all, I got some bussin' lemon pepper steppers at home. At home. I get some Greek yogurt. I will add a little bit of chopped up garlic, lemon juice. What else? Lemon juice, some parsley, and either chunks of feta, like chunks of feta cheese, and I blend it kinda, and I make a really good dressing. And just with that, it's good. If I want fries, I would do maybe some baked, like sweet potato fries. But really, the lemon pepper steppers is where it's at home. So once you start cooking at home too, y'all, you're just going to tell the difference in the food and the quality of the food. It's just like, ooh, do I really want to spend $35 on this meal? And it's not even going to really fuel my body like that. It's got lots of grease. It's promoting the big back behavior. No, I'm gonna do my cute 8 to 10. Really, well, I'm gonna say 6 to 10 wings now. Now I went from 15 to now 6 to 10. It just depends on the day. But yeah, 6 to 10 wings. And I will let that be my whole meal. If I eat 10 wings, that's pretty much the meal. That's the meal. If I eat 6 wings, I might have a little bit of fried, like sweet potato fries or just something. But anyways, that wraps up this video. If this video helped you out, please tell me in the comment section. Let's talk about it. What pretty and healthy girl habits do you have that you implement in your everyday life? Let's chat it up, girlies. And of course, I gotta ask you some questions. Did you have a green juice today? Did you get your pretty girl walk, your healthy girl walk in today? Okay. Have you meal prepped? If not, get it done. Bye, Buttercup.